right, SoFi's earnings are out, guys, and we have to break them down in this video, so let's dive right into it. SoFi's currently up 2% on the day, and earlier it was up a lot more. We were up to $14.50. By the way, now we're at $13.40. So at one point, we were up, I think, 8, 9, 10% on the day after these numbers, and guys, they were pretty good. Let's dive into it. So SoFi ended up beating on EPS and on revenue. They reported adjusted earnings per share of 6 cents versus the 4 cents expected. I saw 3 cents on other sites. Either way, they beat EPS and they crushed revenue. $770 million versus $739 million expected, and they raised guidance, which is very good news. They raised their full year 25 GAAP EPS guidance from 25 to 27 cents, now to 27 to 28 cents versus the 26 cents expected, and they raised their sales guidance from originally $3.2 to $3.27 billion. Now, let's see, to about $3.23 to $3.31 billion versus $3.2 billion expected from the analysts. So they beat EPS, beat revenue, they raised full year GAAP EPS guidance and revenue guidance, and Q2 guidance is pretty good as well. They're now expecting Q2 GAAP EPS of 5 to 6 cents versus 6 cents expected, and they see sales, let's see, $785 to $805 million versus $783 million expected, and again, that's for Q2. Man, what an earnings report from SoFi, and this is why we're running, right? We ran to the mid-14s. Yes, now we're pulling back a little bit, but overall, we are fully breaking out on SoFi. You can see that here on the 20-day chart, and going to the 4-hour chart before we dive into the actual earnings release. Make sure you guys stick on throughout. We're going to cover everything you need to know about SoFi here. But looking at the 4-hour chart first, we are now completely breaking out of the highs from the end of March, which we've covered on this channel extensively. We hit about $13.50, $13.60 in March. Then we dumped down to about $8 a share. So we broke out of that. In fact, now we're pulling back and we're testing it as support. So we broke out of it. Now we're testing it as support. And ultimately, man, the momentum is there, clear as day. And now that we're back, or that we're breaking back over 14, well, I guess now we're at 13.50, but we broke over 14 earlier. Now we can start really moving, in these gaps right here to the upside. We have $15. That's a big one. $16, $17, more like $17. That's another big gap to fill to the upside. $18.50 is a big one. So needless to say, guys, SoFi is going in the right direction. Smash that like button, man. Make sure to subscribe if you own SoFi stock. What a day. What a day it's been for SoFi, and the entire stock market's up right now as well. Pretty good, man. Pretty good day across the board. So let's pull up the IR page here on SoFi, see what's going on a little bit more in depth, kind of what Anthony Noto, the CEO of the company, is saying. So we can see here the headline says SoFi reports first quarter 2025 with record net revenue of $772 million, record member and product growth, and net income of $71 million. And let me zoom in here a little bit. By the way, revenue grew 33% year over year. Adjusted EBITDA is up 46% year over year. Fee-based revenue up 67% year over year. And listen to this. Member growth up 34% to a record 10.9 million members. Product growth up 35% to a record 15.9 million members. And management, like we covered, raised the guidance, which is very exciting. And we can see here, this visual shows the members, the products, right? If I can get it right, there we go. And we can see they're hitting records like we covered, and they're consistently growing, which is really good news. And the products by segment is also growing up and to the right, which is very good news. We have the lending products in blue there, and I guess dark blue. We have the financial services products. Both of those are growing up and to the right, which is good. And the technology platform accounts, it came down a little bit from last quarter, but still up year over year, which I can't complain. That's very good, right? So let me show you here what Noto said. Anthony Noto, who again is the CEO, he ended up saying we're off to a tremendous start in 2025. In Q1, we delivered durable growth and strong returns driven by our relentless focus on product innovation and brand building. Noto also said, we delivered our highest revenue growth rate in 5 quarters, driven by new records in members, products, and fee-based revenue, and these results demonstrate the strength of SoFi's unique strategy, combination of businesses, and product architecture, which give us a sustainable competitive advantage with the highest lifetime value per member. And this allows us to innovate unmatched products and services that help members spend less than they make and invest the rest so they can get their money right and realize their ambitions, which SoFi is all about getting your money right, guys. And with strong momentum in the first quarter, Noto said we are both accelerating our rate of innovation and increasing our financial guidance for 2025. Very, very good. And let's see here. This goes deeper into, the different financial statements, which I don't want to cover too much in this video, but we can see some product highlights here. We covered this already, but excuse me. They set new records in members and products. A record 800,000 new members joined SoFi in the quarter, up 34% to 10.9 million, which is amazing. They doubled their revenue in financial services through rapid innovation. They expanded the loan platform business with over $8 billion in new commitments, which is nuts. And let me actually see, can I get a broken down look at their loans? Let's see if we come down here a little bit and see. I'm sure it's here somewhere. We'll find it. But man, very good quarter for SoFi, to say the least. And here we have lending originations and average balances. So origination volume in thousands during the period. We can see personal loans, $5.5 billion in the 3 months ended March 31st, 2025. That's up from $3.2 billion last year. Student loans, $1.2 billion almost in originations for this quarter, up from $750 million last year. Home loans, $517 million versus $336 million last year. That's very good. In total, lending originations here, we have $7.2 billion, up from $4.3 billion last year. And the average loan balance, which is actually interesting to look at here, for personal loans is $25,500, student loans $43,100, and home loans $268,000. Pretty good. Pretty good. And the home loans have actually come down year over year, but personal loans and student loans pretty much right in line with the average loan balance from last year. And let's see, let's come down a little bit more. Is that pretty much all I wanted to cover here? Yeah, I mean, here we have the different financial statements, which we're not going to get too deep into. I don't want to bore you all with that in this video, but yeah, pretty much records hit across the board for SoFi stock, guys. Records hit, records across the board, members, revenue record, guidance through the roof, phenomenal. And look at the growth here. We're growing across the board. Should I say it again? 33% net revenue growth year over year. Adjusted EBITDA up 46%. Fee-based revenue up 67%. Member growth up 34%. Product growth up 35%. And again, For the 100th time, they raised their guidance, and management has been crushing it. Anthony Noto has been doing a great job as the CEO, and he said it himself. They delivered one of their best, if not the best, quarters as they're off to a tremendous start in 2025. Man, I'm excited. Man, I'm excited as a SoFi shareholder right now. And yes, we are selling off a little bit, like I said, from that intraday high, but the chart is, the proof's in the pudding, in other words. It's all in the chart, which clearly we're starting to reverse, right? So what do you guys think? I'm personally long SoFi, by the way, if you didn't get that memo yet. I bought some more shares yesterday, actually, at a very small amount of shares with, honestly, leftover cash I had in the portfolio. So I put some fresh money in. Bought some Google stock, bought some VTI, had some other money left over, and I'm like, all right, let me throw this into SoFi. Bought some more shares in the low 13s, but as you guys know, I've been in since the single digits, right? $5, $6, $7. Bought some more at $9, $8 even. I was buying all throughout the single digits, and I'm very excited about this as, the company has a promising future, as many of you guys already know. So, yeah, great quarter from SoFi. We'll see what we do now in the mid-13s. This is a big spot on the charts. Of course, I'll do another update at some point, maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and join the free email stock newsletter where I send out my top stocks weekly. That is linked down below. And check out the Patreon as well if you guys want to be a part of what I'm doing in my portfolio plus more. That is linked down below as well. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.